So I was just playing around trying to look, I'm tapping, kicking the light and everything, but just playing around trying to do something different. I woke up this morning in a bit of a sort of pickle because I woke up not feeling. I did not want to get up out of the bed. And usually I start my morning like at 4:45, 5 o'clock, and I start early because I like that time to like just let my mind wander, mental space and things like that. But this morning, no, no, no. It was a challenge. I woke up feeling, first of all, like out of phase, out of sorts. I had this deep ass dream, and it was one of those dreams where it feels like what I say is like you feel like you lived a whole nother lifetime. It probably did. And then when you wake up, it's like that phase, like trying to get back into it. It takes time, and you got to reboot, restart your system. And this morning, nothing. My system did not want to start. It's like, no, leave me alone. I just want to drift. I want to escape into my daydreaming. But it's like, no, no, no. You have responsibilities. You have to work today. You have to get up. You have to perform. Perform. Get it together and get moving. So I threw on some music because that usually helps me get back on track or like, get amped up. But it still was a struggle, like even with my music. So we move on to the next thing. Let's do some moving around, some exercises. I did my stretches and things like that. Um, Went out, got something. I did get an energy drink, and I know, the energy drinks do not help. I should have had a big glass of water, room temperature water. And a lot of times, like that, like number one, it is better for you. Um, and it does correct a lot of things because a lot of us are dehydrated and don't even know it. But yeah, but today, no, I wasn't having it. I wanted my energy drink. So I got that. I have not finished it, but I'm still not 100%. So I figured I'd get on here and do like a video because like every video, most of the time I know you want to be consistent with how you present yourself. But because like I said, this is just all organic. I'm just letting it flow. You're gonna see me on my bad days. You're gonna see me on my good days. And today is not. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad day. It's just one of those days where I am challenged. It's one of those days where I want to be alone without responsibility and write or draw or journal. So this is like kind of like a form of journaling, vlogging. And I have to go to work later on today. So I'm trying to get back into flow and come back online, reboot my system so I can get going. But it is not like, it's not. It is not. Like like I said, I'm doing my stretches, I'm doing everything, and it's just, my body is like, nope. It doesn't want It does not want to do anything. And here I go kicking the light again. But it'll happen. I'm about to let my big head dog out. You are so cute. Stop it, please. She's look- she's looking at me like, what are you doing? Set me free. Oh, man. But I'm just not ready to set her free yet. I haven't even set myself free. Damn it. I'm coming around. I'm coming around. Takes a little time, but I'm coming around. Because I have to. I have to go to work later on today. People expect me to perform. And I want to be 100% for the people I'm performing for. Let me stop. Somebody be like, oh, what are you, a dancer or something? No, I'm not. I work in a group home. I help take care of 5 teenage boys who are challenged in the area of autism as well as other mental setbacks. So I help them with their daily routine. Um, and it's very like I like my job. I like my job. And it's been a long time since I had a job that I actually liked and enjoyed going to. For a long time. And it didn't have to be that long. I know it's like, up to the person and everything, but for a long time I had to take jobs that I did not did not want, but they I took what was available and I worked with it, worked it out, and now I'm actually in the field that I have been working towards getting in. And the funny thing is that this job I had applied for back in 2011. I was hired, but it didn't work with my schedule, nor did it work with the income, the what they wanted to pay me. Now here it is, 2025. Applied again, got the job. That was a story within itself too, because I was outside exercising. Yes, I do exercise, even though it doesn't look like I exercise. I do exercise, and I will be getting better at that. Whatever. So I was outside, so I turned my phone off when I'm working out and everything. I like to focus my mental space, focus on that. So when I come back in, I turn my phone on and I got this message. I got this message saying that, hey, we're going to be conducting phone interviews between like, it was 9. I know it was like 9 and I think it was like 9 to 12. When I read the message, it was like 12:01. So I jump on the phone and I'm like, please. I was like, look, I was like, I just got the message. I was like, I know I'm like a minute late. I was like, but if so I made it by the skin of my teeth, as they say. And I ended up getting the job. And it's been wonderful. It's how do I put this into words? It is it's one of those it's one of those jobs that not only like it's not even I can say that this is like a career type of thing because it's not I'm in a position where I'm learning a lot, which I enjoy. And it's stuff like the things that I'm learning at this job is stuff that I can use, every day in everyday life, everyday function, I should say. Um, but I really find it rewarding. I really find it rewarding. Like, and it's just like all kinds of things, finding out how to handle different situations and everything. And it has been rewarding. It is very challenging at times, and it does take a special type of person to do this. Like it really does, because like there's a lot of people that say, hey, I want to do this, I want to do this, and then you're like, when you get the full layout of what's expected of you, a lot of people will back out. But no, I'm enjoying it. Even the more challenging things I'm enjoying, because I'm not only learning about the people around me, it's teaching me about myself, things within myself. So I will try to speak out on certain things, but I have to, because of the confidentiality thing, I can't say too much, but I can try try to explain it in a way that you'll get the gist of it. But I really enjoy what I'm doing right now. And like I said, it's been a long time since I've actually enjoyed something when it comes to like a career work. Um, and for so long, we torture ourselves with thinking that we have to, settle. And you shouldn't settle. I'm tired of settling. And this goes into speaking a little bit out on the projects and like the reawakening of my life, like because a lot of us, I feel like, for me anyway, I feel like I was sleepwalking for a while. I call it hermit mode, and it lingered a little bit longer than what it should have. And it's good, it's productive, and then there's non-productive, like I spoke about, being quiet, taking those moments to reflect, but not getting stuck in reflecting to the point where you're not doing any action. You got to move. You can't just spectate. You got to jump in there. And for a long time, I was a spectator. I silenced myself. I just got quiet. And like I said, sometimes that's a good thing, to be quiet, to just observe and watch and everything. But um, now I feel more than ever that it's important to take action as well. And this is part of that, me taking action, me stepping out. And it's going to be, I expect it to be rough. I expect it to be challenging, but eventually I'll fall into a rhythm and get to where I need to go. But it's probably gonna be slow in the beginning, maybe even boring. But that's according to me, because I am just like, at this moment, it's a struggle right now, trying to struggle to find the words, struggle to just get started, mental fog. And I know what it is too. Like I like you, most of the time, like I'm aware of what I need to do. It's about, like I said, that first step of just doing it. Back last year, I want to say, I think it was before my birthday. So it was the month before my birthday. I had come to the conclusion that I needed to do a fast. I usually fast. I'll take moments, fasting or whatever. The longest I've ever went was like 11 days of water only. But that month before my birthday, I started getting the ideas of, hey, let's do a 40-day cleanse, 40-day fast. And what I was going to do, and what I plan to do, is like, one, it'll be a cycle of water and juicing. So, fresh fruits and everything, and doing the juicing part of it. I'm not going to do 100% just water. It'll be, maybe I'll do like a week of water only, then the next week juicing, or 2 days water, juice day, water, something like that, and see how it goes. Because a lot of times we're going, we don't pay as much attention that we should to our health. And then we wonder why we're having so many issues, like the brain fog, the not being able to get yourself started in the morning, or the struggle that you think you need coffee, energy drink. Like I said, I know, I believe me, I know it does not do any good. The best thing that you could have is either, like, warm room temperature, or warm water in the morning, flush your system. And I have not been doing that. I have been very, very naughty, and it's gotten out of hand. So a month before my birthday, I was thinking of doing like a 40-day cleanse, 40-day fasting, to see to, you know, set everything back down to zero, scorched earth, start over from the beginning, and go on from there with building my body back up. I had lost I had lost weight back in oof, 70 years ago. Back in 2003, I think I had lost. I got enough worked up enough determination, and I started to fix myself. Um, I was overweight at the time, and nothing worked. Like when I say nothing worked, nothing worked. But I remember a coworker had suggested to me, had told me about the Atkins diet. Now, presently, they call it like the carnivore diet, the low carb, keto. But when it first began, it was Atkins diet. I bought the book and I followed it. Like I get really, really strict. I get strict to the point where I piss other people off. So I was really strict on myself, and I followed that book to the T, and I was able to lose weight, and I maintained that weight loss. Let me see, about 5 years before I started to slip, slide, and slope down into the muck again, to rise again. Because now I want to definitely get back to where I was. Now, when I first lost the weight, I was a size 16, and I was able to work myself to a size 4. And let me tell you, totally different life. Totally different life. And I don't care what people say, people treat you different. People can run their mouth about whatever they want, but they treat you different. There was a difference. When I was thinner, it was a whole lot better. So then you would say, well, if you know this, how did you let yourself get back out of hand again? That's a story for another time. But no, it was totally different. But this time around, when I do it, I don't just want to, I'm not just working on being thin. I want to be toned. When I lost the weight, I was not as toned as I wanted to be. So sometimes to me, it didn't look right. Like I wasn't used to seeing my body that thin. So it was kind of, it was just some things that I didn't like. But like my face got really thin, so it made my face look longer. And I always mention about my moon chin, like moon chin, big forehead. And when I get thin, you can see my cheekbones, all other stuff. To me, I didn't like the way my face looked like that. Like I like the way my face looks now. But when you lose weight, you know, you don't have like you lose weight all over. So, you know, if only we can keep the extra weight in the right spots and lose the stuff that we don't want. But life doesn't work that way. Now, I know there's different ways that you can sculpt and do all that, and I'm prepared. Like I said, I'm getting there, because I really want to. I was a health nut. Like I said, believe it or not, you can take whatever. And I know they'll probably tear me up in the comments, but whatever. I was a health nut, and I did keep myself up for a while. But and there's no excuse. Like when I say, like, you know, and I slip back down, and there's no excuse. Like when you're determined about something, no matter what comes up, you're going to stick to it. And but sometimes things happen, and nobody says, like, you know, yeah, you fuck up. Nobody says that you have to stay in the fuck up. You get brush your damn self off, get back up, and get out there. And that's what I plan on doing. I had to take I stepped away from a lot of stuff, and I got angry at myself for doing that, for letting myself go, so to speak, letting myself go, slipping back into comfort. And comfort can be deadly. I'll say that comfort can be deadly, because you fall back into habits, and you know damn well it does no good, no good. And you have to be aggressive and tenacious about fixing it, because habits, they drain you. And like I said, like comfort can be a slow death, you know. But I refuse. I refuse. We're not having it. And I probably will record this time my weight loss journey. And I know people are gonna be like, oh my God, not another weight loss video. Not from me, but I'm just saying in general, because everybody's doing the whole weight loss thing. But it's a good thing, you know. You want to put, like I tell my girls, you want to put your best foot forward in all things, you know, and especially the first thing should be your health. Um, and right now, like, I look like a hypocrite because here I am, you know, I'm fluffy. I'm fluffy. I got some extra fluff. But I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that I need to correct it. And there's a lot of things that need to be corrected. And that's what this is going to be about, those corrections. Now, you can get stuck on, oh, it shouldn't happen. Why did I let myself go? Why did I? No. Get stuck on the steps that you're going to take to move in the right direction. Okay? No excuses. But yeah, you'll hear me talking a whole lot of stuff, but you know, actions speak louder than words. And we shall see. We shall see. Let me stop. See, I'm starting to wake up now. See, this was a good idea. I'm starting to wake up. Starting to get it together. But yes, I do want to fix a lot of things. I want to see how far I can go because everybody thinks, you know, oh, you're older. And when you're old, and New Jersey is the worst. Like, they do age discrimination. New Jersey is the worst. And there's probably other states. I'm just saying that because I'm in stinking New Jersey. Dirty Jersey, but I'm originally from Philadelphia. But I see a lot of it, like, you know, with it. Oh, you're older. You're an older woman. Like, how do I? Da, da, da. I'd be like, look, I have seen 78-year-olds hit that gym and get back into it. And if they can do it, come on now. I was at work one day. I was working in retail at the time, and this lady comes in, and she's asking me my opinion about she was purchasing a exercising outfit. When I say this lady, when she told me how old she was, I just I couldn't believe it. And you can also tell that, you know, like when when you meet somebody, you can tell, you can see their, you can, I know it's gonna sound a little, you can see their soul, you can see their spirit, you see that they have soul, they got spirit. And that's how she was. And she told me she was 96. And I said, I was like, you're an inspiration. I said, this is how I want to be at 96. If I make it to 96. If I don't jump off of a bridge. If I don't run out into traffic. Run out into oncoming traffic while screaming. I was like, that's how I want to look when I am 96. I don't want to be crippled up. I don't want to be shriveled. Like, so in saying that, you have to stay active. You got to do what you got to do now. So that way later on you reap the benefits of it. And I do not let it get in the way of, like, oh, it's too late. It's too this, it's too that. No. Kick those thoughts out the window. Come on, let's get it done. Let us get it done. And that is what I'm going to show. I want to share so that way I'm held accountable as I'm going through my transition. I will be held accountable by making it public. And I think it will give me the motivation. So some days are harder than others. Some days you just, no. But yeah, so that's what I plan on doing. It's work. It is work. And let me see how crazy this video looks.